Hello everybody. Right, this is the third time I've shot this because every time up until now I thought I was on a break and the job came in, which is nice. But I'm done now. I'm shooting this yesterday because you'll see it on Saturday. I was in the docks when I was over at, I was over in Greenwich. Then one pinged up from Crawley going to Gatwick. When I got that, I think I underquoted it actually. I'm still getting used to this 7.5 ton thing. And then another one come up again from Crawley again, Waltham Abbey. That was the best. I got there, they come out with like a 7-foot plastic pipe and a box this big. And I went, is that it? I went, yes. Bless them, I've just delivered it to Waltham Abbey. The geezer went, he said, off this pipe, we needed that much. He said, I wanted this at 11 o'clock this morning. I needed that much pipe and a box, but they wouldn't cut the pipe. So I had to buy the whole pipe and get it shipped. And it's like, sometimes you think, that's mental. That would have gone on a small van. That would have been here in no time at all and cost them a fraction. But so away it goes. So here we go, Saturday Q&A. So now I've got to do me breaks. I've got half hour to do. So I shall do this. Got a computer, trying to get some of me Saturday back. So I'll do the first half of the questions and then of course we'll do the second half for tomorrow. So first of all, as an introduction, Brian Royal says, he says, Pete, I like the videos. He said, but, he said, the Sunny Q&A, he said, I was watching it and within the first 8 minutes I had to watch 4 ads. Is this the price of fame? No, Brian, this is the price of YouTube. Which is, they suddenly decided unilaterally to start any video over more than 8 minutes long got mid-roll ads. And I hate mid-roll ads. You know, when you're watching something and something pings in the middle, I just turn it off. So, I mean, I'll put a couple at the beginning, which, like I say, gives me enough dough to take the missus out once a month. So I hope you don't mind those. But the mid-roll ads, I hope I've turned it off. You couldn't do it on a phone. You had to do it on a computer. I had to Google it to go to this menu, to this menu, to this menu. They don't make it easy. I think they want to put the ads on. But hopefully they're not there. So guys, please let me know if they're still going, because I'll try and get rid of them because they're tedious. So what do we do this week? We're in the truck now. Monday we was at Amazon up in Leeds, and we had the Admiral Stone, the cami lock thing. As Bob Keane says, attention to detail, Pete. Yeah, it's a fair point, really. It didn't seem the easiest to spell. So, yeah, hopefully I've corrected that on the video. It's right now. Gold member and RA both go kinky mask. Did you get it from Ann Summers? It's not really kinky, is it, guys? It's a standard, you know. Where is it? It's in my pocket. I hope it's in my pocket. Yeah, it's what I do now when I have to go to my corner shop to buy beer. Standard mask. They are. You know, you buy them off Amazon or wherever, you know, like, that's better. I think they are, what was it? I'm about a tenner for 4 or something like that. The family bought them in, I just nicked it. So we have to obey the rules. I spent 2 months delivering to Amazon essential supplies like trampolines, Legos and barbecues without a mask on, but now obviously we learn as we go. We didn't quarantine, now we're supposed to quarantine. Does anybody know what's going on? I don't know. I just obey the rules. I just do as I'm told. So we don't want anybody getting sick. So I will do what I have to do, stop people getting unwell. Parnell Bronowski says, hi, when I did that video, hi, Viz is inside out. You in a hurry? What is it with these things? You know, it's a waistcoat. But every time I put it on, I end up going like that. And then I look out and it's inside out or it's twisted. And I'm sitting there going, how is it this? It's like a Rubik's Cube. How is it that difficult? Why can't they make one that just works? But I don't know. I think it's me that doesn't work. Any tips on putting on high vis vests, please leave in the comments below. Brake on a bay, that was another one. In fairness, again, I'm new to this, but I asked them, I said, look lads, I went in the warehouse because I always think it's part of the job. We did one on handball, didn't we? And I think it's part of the job, not just to drive it there, but to unload it as well if you can, or to help the guys. And if nothing else, you just get a like, thanks mate, I had one this week, you're the Chirpy's Courier driver, you know, because I helped to move these concrete, we had to move these concrete lintels. I was only going 5 miles around the corner, but once I got there, I had to take them off the side of the truck, and the guys had to carry them around the back and put them, they were laying a patio. And I thought, I can't watch them struggle, so it's maybe not as well, 35 degrees. So I'll give them a hand, and they went, you know, thanks very much. And I kind of think, well, I'm getting paid well for it. I'm in the truck. I only went 5 miles. And the least I can do is give the lads a hand, like. But when I got there, coming back to the Amazon thing, they said brake on a bay, and I said, look, lads, here's the situation. I'm due 15 minutes. am I going to have to move? They went, no, you're fine there. I said, fine. So I left them to it. I had a wander off, had a cup of tea, looked at the sunshine, and about 5 minutes before the end of the break, the geezer comes out and he says, you're good to go now as soon as your break's over. So I hope I haven't broken any rules there. I'm trying my best. I'm learning what sandwiches means. POA, sandwiches. We'll come to that another day. It's like a box, that's what I thought it was. And he also says, Parnell says, are you still getting light goods work? Yes, I am, yes. Particularly on that day on the Leeds job. I went all the way up from Leighton Buzzard, which is my neighbouring town, up to Leeds. Got good money for that. And then one pinged up when I was up there from one of my local firms, ironically enough. And they needed it was 3 bits of 2.4 metres by 2 metre wood. So it's a Luton Curtain side it would have gone on, moving from Leeds to Chesham, which ain't far from me, and it was a good amount of distance. It was just trying to take me home job, So I'd done them cheap. I'd done them £1 a mile, which is kind of even cheap for a Luton Curtain side, I think. But I was going that way anyway, and the firm I know, and I had a good day out of it. Oh, and that was the thing. Picking it, so I thought, well, how big's Leeds? I wonder how long it's going to take me to pick it up. It was 1 mile away, 6 minutes. Yes. Still had to sort of stop because of driving time. I'm currently 3/4 an hour away from my house. But I can't drive home. I've got to spend half an hour here before I can drive 3/4 an hour away from my house, which means I'm going to get a lot more rush hour traffic. But hey, those are the rules. Got to play the rules. That's the way it goes. Right, reasons to be VAT registered. This is kind of the big one, isn't it, really? 2 reasons to be VAT registered. Did a video on this. Record says, he said, thanks very much. He said he's actually going to go for it. He started a ledger, started keeping receipts and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it would do. Keep all your receipts. Because if you change your mind, we'll come to that. Danny Richardson, he says he's on the fixed rate. He says, I charge 20%, I pay 10%. He says, I can't claim anything back on diesel, I can't claim back on tyres, I can't claim back on like little service bills. But if you buy big things, if you have an engine for the van, or if you buy a new motor, anything over, I think it's £2,500, you can still get either all of that back or a percentage on. Like I say, I'm not the expert here. Google it, go to the government website, talk to the accountant. But it still strikes me that being VAT registered is the way forward. Chris C said he saw the previous video on being VAT registered. Glad he did. He's just had a £900 refund. Well, that's always nice, isn't it? Someone turns around and says there's 900 quid going in your bank. Happy days, and as Donny Dalton says, and he's kind of right, he's got to put me straight on a couple of things. If you spend £100 on diesel, £20 of it is not VAT. It's the difference between working backwards and working forwards, because it's something to do with the fact that the VAT's already been put on it, and at this point the shutters go down. All I know is if you're adding VAT on something, so say it's £100, and I think this is right, you divide it by 5 and add it on, so that'd be £120. If you're taking VAT away from something, you divide it by 6, because the VAT's already there. So yeah, so if you think about it, you've got your 5 bits plus the 6th bit. So if you're taking the VAT off something, if you put £100 worth of diesel in, you're not getting £20 back. You're getting back £17.6 or £16.66, because you're only getting 1/6. Because it's 20% on top. So there you go. Clear as mud, I'm sure. And he also said, if you're not paying VAT, you're not making money. And he makes a good point. It's a tough game out there, particularly on the CX. And if you're not turning, I remember my mate Simple Brian saying, he said, if you're not doing 60, 70,000 miles a year, you ain't making dough. Unless you've got end users, and unless you're out there running. But that's fair enough, but it's not for everybody. Not everybody is out there to break their neck. You get your Uncle Alberts, they're just out there to get underneath the wife's feet. Out of the wife's feet, You get the people out there that maybe they've done a few quid, they've got, they just want to get out of the house for a bit. They just want a bit of pocket money, beer money. Not everybody wants to be like me. Not everybody wants to run around like a lunatic all the time. And that's the thing about the sex, is you do it your way. It's your choice, isn't it? Panadrome, is it Panadrome? Okay. But it doesn't spell the same way backwards as it does forwards. He said, if he buys a van with VAT on it, should he be registered or can he do it later? And I could be wrong on this, but I don't think I am. I think you've got 3 months. I think if I became VAT registered today, I could claim VAT on the stuff that I've done over the last 3 months. I'm sure there'll be a tirade of people telling me that, well, you'll let me know if I'm right or wrong, but no, I think you've got the opportunity to get a business up and running, and once the business is up and running, then go through the rigmarole of getting VAT registered, which I don't think is that tricky, and then you can claim back all the stuff that you have done later. James Curtis says, if you set up as a limited company, if you set up as a limited company, you can claim the hotels back if you go tramping. I'm sure there's possibly other bits and pieces you can, but that's kind of cool, isn't it, really? So if you go and you get a hotel room for the night for 120 quid, not that we would, get one for 40 quid, wouldn't you, really? You get the claim back 1/6. Okay, Donny. Get your calculator out, mate. So thanks for that, mate. Thanks for putting it square. Right, that was on the being VAT registered, and finally, it's kind of flip and one kind of not. This is Jason Burke. He sort of says, how to keep the missus happy when you join the CX. Now, guys, it can be a wrench for your other half. You know, whatever agenda they may be. It's a bit when you suddenly go, right, you know that regular job that I've been doing all my life, I've decided to throw everything in and go run around in a van and make a fortune. And then you go, oh, what are you doing? So, like I said, I did a few hints on just things, just to try and keep the harmony going. Jason turned around and he says, thanks for the video. Don't think I'll be showing the missus that one. Probably wise, I'm saying. Yes. And sometimes, you know, what does old Ronan Keating say? I was trying to think of a soppy website. Yeah, that you say it best when you say nothing at all. Alan says, my business partner, he says, what do I do, Pete? Well, mate, you're stuffed. Because Gemma, Alan's missus, she's the control centre. She looks after all of our valuable drivers. She sees absolutely everything on a computer in front of her. No point on that one. Absolutely no point, you know. So I think we just have to come clean on that one. And RA says, yeah, it's about trying to keep the wife happy. He said the wife actually wanted I've managed to convince her after watching the videos to get into a curtain side. She wanted a Belingo because she'd done them on the ironing rounds. Trust me, it's a good choice. It's a good choice. You'll get more dough that way. So that's kind of the first 3 questions. Like I say, I'll do this one out quickly now, which means that when I do, the idea being that then when I do my Sunday, then it just won't take me so long. It's taking my whole day, guys. But if I can do it this way, it's going to be a lot less painful. You know, it gives me something to do in my half-hour break rather than watch YouTube or the truck gym. I've got an idea for a truck gym. We'll come to that another day. On a final note, I can't remember who it was that said it. I'm ever so sorry if I didn't mention it. But I said something the other day, and someone of them left a comment, and I went, and I come back with, I don't really know about it. I think it was one firm that had turned him over. I said, I don't really know, mate. And he said, of course you don't. You're a working class hero. Well, I wouldn't say that myself, but may I just say thank you. And I think that's one of the nicest comments I've ever had. The nicest compliments. One of the nicest things anyone said. I'm not. I'm just a geezer with a big nose and big ears who drives around, who used to drive around in a van, who now drives around in a truck. Hopefully passing on the knowledge of other people that know better than me and making mistakes along the way so you guys don't have to, and so you can have an easy life and take care, take money.